Hi there guys, it's Aaron here from Console Deals, back again with another unboxing video for you today. Before we cruise on into the weekend, I've got something very special for you indeed, because today we are looking at none other than the Razer Blackshark V2 Pro wireless eSports headset. So this is the first time that we'll be unboxing something Razer related on the channel, hence why it's very exciting. And the reason we're able to do so is thanks to the fine folks over at Gamebite. They've just launched their store and they're going to be, selling all kinds of Razer products, and they want to spread the word, so we're going to help them do that. You can obviously find Gamebite over at consoledeals.com, where we compare so many UK retailers, of course, to help you get the best console deals and the best price. But anyway, enough of that. Let's head right on in with the unboxing. Okay guys, so here we are with the headset itself. I just showed you the box. It looks really premium looking, as you'd expect a headset at this price to look. Lots of interesting details on the back, but one of the most interesting things about the box is that this little bit of plastic here is just an absolute nightmare to pull off. So you might be out now before you've even seen the headset. You might be looking at me struggling and thinking, I don't need that in my life, don't want it in my life. But then your mind might be changed because it's very well presented here. It's got the foam packaging to keep it protected. And yeah, I love the green look that Razer have gone for. Very Console Deals. So anyway, let's take a quick look at the usual documentation. You get a lovely thank you note from the MD at Razer. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to personalize it specifically to me, but I do indeed appreciate it. Let's slide that bit of plastic off there. And then obviously you've got all the known details you want to see. But there's something specific that I want. And it's these lovely stickers. Don't know where I'm going to put them. But, if you like the Razer logo, you're all set. And just some basic information here, guys. Health and safety stuff. What light does it create when it charges? All that fun stuff. So let's pop the headset out here, and the first thing to say is that it's got a nice heft, got a nice sense of weight to it, but there are obviously loads of other goodies in the box as well. And the first one is this lovely svelte, almost felt carry case, which we'll have a closer look at later on in the unboxing portion of this video. You've also got your 3.5mm jack, so one side plugs into the headset, the other into your Switch or phone, or potentially PC. But this is what you'll be using when you want to charge the headset, so a braided cable. And a nice detail is how the USB, both on the C end and the A end, it's that lovely Razer green, so they've really tied everything all together. Not sure if that's standard on all the products, but I really like it. And then this is the USB dongle, so you'll plug this either into your console or your PC, and obviously the headset just communicates wirelessly. It's simple as basically. Now this cheeky fella is your hyper clear, crystal clear audio mic, and it's obviously got a pop cap on the end there. So let's just take a quick tour of the headset itself. Obviously a nice size. If you want to extend it, there's actually a cable that connects it. But it's not as frail as it seems. So you've got all your buttons, obviously the volume knob on the left there. Now let's say if you want to put the microphone on, as I'm sure you will if you want to talk to friends. I was an idiot here and I didn't pay attention to the groove, but it should go in rather neatly and just bend right over onto the left hand side. Obviously it sticks out quite a fair bit in comparison to other headsets I've used, but once it's actually on your head it doesn't look quite so bulky, shall we say. And obviously you can just pop it off at any time as well. Just memory foam cushion earbuds, it all looks sleek, and obviously if you wanted to connect it to your Switch or your phone, you just connect this, unravel it, and you're pretty much off. So the mute button is obviously on the left as well, the power button on the left. There'll be a beep to let you know when it's connected. Now I just wanted to compare my existing headset here. So this is the PDP level 50. It's called level 50 because it also comes packed with 50mm drivers. Don't think they're titanium like the ones featured on the Razer, but they've got a nice sense of give to them. And as you can see, these are quite squat in comparison, but that doesn't mean they sit tightly on the head. I just wanted to give you a nice comparison there. And then last up, to finish off the video, obviously you can pop the pop filter off should need be. I recommend keeping it on because obviously your P's will sound quite harsh otherwise. But now you obviously saw that we had this sort of felt carry case here. It's got the Razer green accents on the thread on the top there. And yeah, we'll just see how it fits. You want to be careful of the like metal rods that sit on the side because it can catch. But once you tuck it in, it's a good way to use this headset portably. Because like I said, you might want to use it with your Switch or your PC or your laptop even. And then obviously when we're allowed to commute again, you'll be all set. But it looks quite snug, looks quite smart. And I much prefer this to a hard shell case. Just throw this in the bag. Really good. So there you have it, guys, in terms of what you get inside the box. But how does the Blackshark V2 Pro Wireless Edition compare to the many headsets out there? Well, the first thing to say is that it's a very premium looking and feeling product. I feel like I say this all the time because obviously third-party manufacturers, they're not going to purposefully put, you know, bad looking or poorly constructed products out there. But in terms of the Blackshark's case, you really feel it. As soon as you take it out of the box, the sort of, you know, the matte black texture on the side, it feels really nice, soft to the touch. It will attract fingerprints, so you might want to be careful in terms of how often you touch it, aside from when you put it on. But other than that, it's got a nice sense of weight to it, got a good sense of heft. And as I went into just a little bit in the unboxing, it's got a really sort of like understated, cool, slick sense of style. It's not one of those garish headsets where you've got like RGB lighting or, you know, sometimes... One of my biggest pet peeves with third-party headsets is that they make it look perfectly normal and almost attractive looking on the outside, but as soon as you go onto the inside of the ear cup, they put some sort of crazy color and it kind of like ruins the whole thing as soon as you take the headset off. But anyway, enough about how the headset looks. It looks a treat, to put it plainly. How does it perform? How does it function? So obviously the great thing about this headset is that it works with all consoles, so all PlayStation consoles, all Xbox consoles, PC and Nintendo Switch. It's wireless with all of those other than Nintendo Switch, but fear not, because as you saw in the video in the unboxing portion, you get a 3.5mm braided cable connection, so you can pop it in there and you still enjoy the sort of titanium 50mm drivers that really pack a punch in terms of sound. I've also published a written version of my review as well as this unboxing where I go into a bit more detail. But overall, I'm really impressed with the Blackshark V2. As I mentioned, this is the wireless edition. I believe you can buy it wired as well, where it might be slightly cheaper, but as it stands, this retails here in the UK for a standard RRP of $179.99. How much? That's right, guys, $179.99. But before you turn this video off and say, Aaron, you know, see if I come here again, I'll tell you now that if you're an esports professional, if you're a competitive player, and you really want to immerse yourself within, like, you know, a battle royale game like Apex Legends or Call of Duty Warzone, you know, in those games, if you want to stay competitive, you want to be able to hear all the audio surround you, what directions they're coming in, and this has got 7.1 THX surround sound, crystal clear audio, and it's got noise cancelling, you know, tech built into it, as well as the soft cushion sort of memory foam ear cushions, ear cups themselves, which really do a good job at locking out the nice sound. So is it worth the money? That's for you to decide, but obviously because you're expected to part with a significant amount when picking this up, you really do get what you pay for. Like that sort of famous expression, this is the kind of the first instance on the channel where I've reviewed something of this caliber, and now I can sort of really see the distance in terms of quality. So I typically use those PDP level 50s for all my PlayStation and PC stuff. But you know, having used both comparatively now, I can see there's a significant step up in this, because as well as those 50mm titanium drivers, you know, you're getting the hyperspeed wireless technology as well. So like I said, doesn't work with Switch, but in fact you can go watch our unboxing for the eSpots earbuds for that if you do want a wireless connection with Nintendo Switch. But in terms of the Blackshark, you know, you get it's the typical USB connection, but even when I use my PDPs, you know, let's say I got a cushion in front of me or I'm a bit too far away from the TV, sometimes that connection will be interrupted. Didn't happen once with the Razer Blacksharks V2s here anyway, so if you're worried about lag or latency of any kind, I think you're gonna see it reduced here. The one bad thing, if there is any bad thing, and is very minor, about this headset is that I've become quite used to the flip up to mute function on my PDPs. This obviously doesn't have that. You instead just, you know, detach the microphone. So it's only really an issue when you're playing with friends. If you're playing alone, you can just, you know, the headphones sit quite neatly on the head. You barely notice, you know, they're there. They feel extremely comfortable, guys. Like, whereas most headsets, it generally takes between 10 and 15 minutes for me to forget that I'm wearing headphones because I'm so immersed in the game. Whereas with these, I would say it's more, it might be, you know, quite trivial for some people, but it's more closer to 2, I would say. You put these on, start up the game, and before you know it, I'm swimming in Subnautica. I'm surviving against Lycans in Resident Evil Village, which are just some of the games that I tested these on. And crystal clear audio. I played some Outriders with party chat on as well. You unfortunately can't adjust the, you know, sort of difference between the party chat level and the in-game audio on the headset itself. But once I adjusted my settings in the PlayStation 5, you know, if you're planning for these to be your long-term console gaming headsets, you'll only need to change those settings once in the console or on the console itself, and then you're away with the Blackshark V2s. So that's, I think I've hit on a lot of the main points there in terms of this headset. I don't want this video to go on for too long. I'm quite conscious of that. I tend to ramble a lot. But let me know in the comment section below what else you'd like to know about these headsets, if you plan on picking it up. But as I say, guys, if you're an esports player, or if you're just someone who really cares about staying immersed in your games, you get what you pay for. The Blackshark V2s, they really deliver in more ways than one. And if you want to find out for yourself, you can obviously find the best price for them over at consoledeals.com, or indeed check out GamePie. But rather excitingly, we're also running a competition live on the site right now, running from now until May 31st. So if you want a chance at winning a set of these, if you liked what you heard here, if you like what you saw, go ahead and enter. I'll pop a link in the description below. But until next time, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Do be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to enjoy more console deals videos like this. We've got such exciting things coming up. We just published our Resident Evil Village review, so go and check that out. The game releases today. But until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your weekend, and happy gaming!